I guess the most difficult thing to face is the truth. And the truth is, I don't know anymore. Not that I ever did. I just find myself thinking about, well, obviously Robert. And sometimes I say things that, that Robert would say, that I'm fat and I'm old and I'm ugly. Well, I put those in his mouth. I don't know that he would say that. I say that to make myself feel better. Because, he was my best friend. And when it came time to leave California, CityNet came by my camp and they said, if we can put you on a plane, will you go home? And I said yes. And truthfully, I didn't get a chance to see Robert before I left and tell him I was leaving. They literally said, okay, pack your bags and fly you out first thing in the morning. They put me in a hotel room. I didn't have a chance to tell anybody goodbye. And so in order to make myself feel better, I say that he would say those things about me. I don't know if he would or not. We had our misunderstandings, but doesn't everybody? I mean, we did everything together. We spent all of our time together. And I miss him. I don't know what to say. He's just different from most people. Like I've said, he marches to the beat of his own drummer. And a lot of people gave me all kind of grief. They didn't understand him. He is just different. He's quiet, he's secretive. He talks all the time, but he doesn't ever say anything. But we talked. Nobody ever heard it. He would read the paper to me in the morning. And my friends would go, oh, you mean he can read? Yes, of course he can read. He's more intelligent than they would ever give him credit. He could play dumb really well. And he wasn't even blonde. We spent so much time together that we didn't have to talk. We knew what each other was thinking. He could see my thoughts. He could hear my thoughts. I could hear his. But it wasn't like it was thoughts. Just music would pop into my mind, and I knew what he was thinking. And that is true. I miss him. I made the right decision coming home. It was time for me to get off the street. It was time for me to come home, see my family. I have no regrets. I just wished I could have told him. But they scooped me up and drove me to the other side of town and put me in a hotel room. They probably knew that it was probably better for me just to go. And I miss a lot of my friends out there. Proud of them. good majority of them are clean now, living in houses and have jobs. Another good majority of them are dead. If I'd stayed there, you know, I might be dead too. Like I said, they did try to kill me. Not really happy with Santa Barbara Sheriff's Department or the fire department. There was never an investigation into the fire. They just assumed it was another homeless encampment fire, but no. They set mine on fire. They opened up my propane tanks and then let them spill their gas everywhere, and then threw like these fireworks into them and lit it on fire and walked away while Robert and I were inside asleep. In my book, that's murder. It's attempted murder. But there was never an investigation by the sheriff's department. You know, they at least sent me flowers, which says they knew something. There were a lot of other homeless camps that were set on fire, but, you know, nobody else got flowers. Handwritten letters signed by the chief of police. I knew most of the sheriffs. I had great respect for them. I really wish they would have looked into that fire, because the people who did it got away scot-free, and yeah, I knew who they were. But what do you do? Just another homeless person, and hey, they sent me home. I just hope Robert's safe. They're not really nice to the homeless people in California. And there are white vans that do go around, and then people come up missing. That's true. Where do they go? I don't know. They just disappear. Not everybody who's outside is a bad person. Not everybody who's outside is a drug addict. A lot of homeless veterans are out there. A lot of foster kids who ran away from bad situations are out there. And then there's people who wind up on drugs, who had good jobs but didn't know how to handle being out on the streets, and sometimes the only thing to turn to is alcohol and drugs in order to face what you're going through. A lot of people don't understand that. There's so many people who are so hard on the homeless, and they shouldn't be. I found it to be a very rewarding experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I learned a lot, and I met some amazing people. And I miss those amazing people very much. And I'm proud of them for doing better. I just hope Robert is. And, you know, we're 2,000 miles apart, and I may never see him again. And it's coming up on 3 years that I've been home. Or, wow. Yeah, 3 years. I've got to start finding a life other than just playing video games on my phone and watching podcasts and reading books. I love my family, but I miss my friends. Come December, when I get my ID back, I'm going to get a car, and I'm going to get out in the world. And I'm going to meet people again. And try. I need to go meet my neighbor who brought over his chainsaw. It's a little mini chainsaw. It's really cute, but, you know, it's like, anyway, it's so I could cut firewood, and I need to take it back to him because, well, when I broke my toe 3 years ago, man, it still hurts. The Goleta Hospital, man, they sucked. I fractured the hell out of this, and they just sent me home. I know there's not much you can do, but there was something they could have done for this one. Something. But I went home shortly afterwards, so, hey. I don't know, I'm just rambling to myself. I'm glad I'm doing these, because I do go back and I look at them, even the old ones. I need to go listen to some of the things I've said. Some of the things I've said probably need to be resaid. Life is too short for me to stay inside all the time, but I am kind of depressed. And that is fact. But I still know you should always smile and be kind to others. And no matter what, be honest. Be safe. Life is beautiful. Go live it again, Kaylin. Otherwise, you'll just rot away. And sometimes I think that's what you're trying to do. So stop it. I love you.